everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and today I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products, so I hope you'll join me. If you're seeing this part, you're probably catching the replay, so hashtag replay, let me know you stopped by. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to get my keywords set up, share this into my free VIP group. That's for friends, customers, anyone that wants to know more about these DIY products. I have specials, giveaways, insider information over there. So type VIP in the comments if you would like to get the link to that group. All right, let me share this really fast, but when you hop on, say hello, let me know you are there. I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure you share this video, heart this video, comment. When you comment, it helps other people find us. All right, we are going to do a couple projects today. I'm going to show you some new stuff that I just got. All right, stick this over here. When you hop on, say hello so I know that you are there. I want to show you the new stuff that, oh my goodness, I feel like I have fuzz. There we go. I want to show you some new stuff that I got today. I did not get everything. You guys know I tell you all the time how I use as designers or perks members, you automatically get $20 in free product every month. But as designers, I can earn more. And so that's how I get my supplies. I very rarely buy stuff. So like I didn't have enough free product credit to get everything. So I just used what I had. Hi, Beverly. For some reason, I cannot see your whole comment. I only see, hey girl, by the way, but I will check that out when I am all done. So I'm going to show you what I got. And then if you want to take a look at everything else, just type info into the comments or shell. And then it will take you to my website and you can see everything that's new. But right now on my website, you can get a free gift with purchase and you get this transfer. And then you get this flower cutout. And hi, Kathy. And so with a $75 order, you'll get this for free. And then also with a $75 order, you will unlock this month's color of the month. It's called Ever After. It is a metallic green ink, and it's perfect for our summer project. So you can add up to 3 of these on any order over $75. But I'm going to show you what I got. Like I said, there is a lot more, but we are going to use one of these today, and we're also going to do our monthly club. But this is our new bookmark mold. So I got that, and I got these 2 bookmark Spirit Lead Me in So Many Books. So you can chalk these on our resin molds. So you would put some resin in here, let it harden 24 hours, put a design on it, then you can pour resin over it. There's different ways to do this. I've been so afraid to try resin. I have so many projects for this, so we're definitely going to try this. And I got the different bookmarks, transfers to go with it. I got this beautiful stained glass hydrangea. Look at how pretty that is. Hi, Anne. How are you today? You guys, I love my coffee. So this is Homestead Blend. And I know it's probably all backwards. I am sorry. This is the transfer we're going to use today by the seashore. We're going to do something fun with that. So I'm going to set that aside. This one, Busy Bees. Lots of bee, different stuff. Oh my gosh, some of it's upside down. Honey, Busy Bees, Bumblebee Company, Farm. So this one is super cute. For all the guys in your life, there are a couple that would be great for Father's Day gifts, and I made sure to get these. This one says grilling meat softly with his tongs. So this would make a great shirt, a great apron. So I do have an apron. We're gonna make an ink project with that. This one says, I'm not old, I'm a classic. This would be an amazing t-shirt for a dad for Father's Day. This one, you guys, hide and seek champion, hide and seek world champion, undefeated. How funny is that? I absolutely love it. It's so cute. I have a feeling this one is gonna be super popular. This one is called Floral Melody. So it has some music and then a bunch of different floral elements to that. This one, Delicious Bread Daily Hot Fresh, so it's called Daily Bread. Love this one. I used to own a bakery. We did sweets, but this one would be a cute sign. This is also, I think this would be a great Father's Day gift, whether you make a sign for like the barbecue area, either a t-shirt or an apron. The Kitchen Collection Beef Cuts, and it has all the different cuts in the correct place, you guys. So how cool is that? I think that one's going to be very popular. This is our new 9x12 ink mat, so it will fit these transfers perfectly. These are 8.5 by 11. This is 9x12. So if you want a smaller ink mat, now we have one. It's perfect for these smaller transfers. This one is called Terrific Tile Pattern. So it has a lot of different patterns. So that is so cool. I love a good pattern. I actually wish I had these for something I did earlier. And then this is called Pottery Patterns. So another pattern. These are popular because you get 4 different designs on one, so it's a great value. You cannot go wrong with patterns. There are a lot more new transfers. This is just what I got. So if you want to see more, just type info into the comments. You'll get a private message right here on Facebook. It will have today's supply list. It will have a link to what's new. It will have a link to club. We are doing club today as well. But let me just show you this really quick. This is this month's craft box. I put a reel up earlier. So this is a set of 3 wildflower signs. And I chalked a very light pattern on the back of there. Hi Glenn, how are you today? So I chalked a pattern from Everyday Patterns on there, and I do believe that Everyday Patterns is in Last Chance. So if you don't have it and you want to make it just like this, that pattern that's on there is in Last Chance. Once it sells out, it will retire. But this set of 3 is on Etsy for the monthly craft box. There is only 25 of these. So if you want these, go grab them, put info in the comments. There's also a coupon code in today's message for 15% off Etsy. Everything on Etsy is 15% off except for the monthly craft kit, okay? But look at how pretty these are. And the craft kit, it doesn't show it, but they'll come with little hangers to put on the back. And then if you want to add stands, you can add stands. So this is so pretty, love it. These are about 10 inches each. So that's this month's Craft Club. Go grab that. All right, now we are gonna do 2 projects. We're gonna use this transfer right here, the seashore. And then we're also gonna do this month's monthly club. This is an exclusive kit. You only can get it if you're in my monthly DIY club. This month it comes with this transfer, it comes with espresso and papaya, and it comes with this surface right here. And so I'm gonna open this. So this is a silver metallic sign. It's 8.5 by 11. And we are gonna make this like an old rusty sign. Hi Tina, how are you today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. All right, so we are gonna fuzz this. We're gonna be doing another project, 2 projects with this, so don't go anywhere. Instead of using these, I'm gonna use my jars, but I am gonna fuzz this. So we did make this right here with this month's club, and there is a cutout and Etsy for that as well. There's also additional, they're just MDF, but there are cutouts just like this on there if you want a square or rectangle sign to go with this transfer. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. This would be great Father's Day gift as well. And so this is gonna fit on here like perfect. So I'm just gonna line it up, push it down. There's a little piece of string right there. So you wanna make sure it is down nice and flat. There's no air bubbles. You wanna push out all those air bubbles. I'm gonna use my squeegee just to make sure it's down all the way. It's sticky, so you get a beautiful, flawless design. If you have never used these transfers, you're definitely missing out. They are super easy to use. They're reusable. You just wash them with water. Oops, you guys, as soon as I get it all the way down, I notice a little piece of fuzz. All right, so I'm gonna do everything in papaya except open 24 hours, my tools, my rules. I'm gonna do an espresso. So papaya for everything except some of the words. So papaya is a little thick, so hopefully this won't dry on me. I should have put some water in there. So if your paste gets dry because you don't use it a lot, just put some distilled water in your paste and stir it up, and it will bring it back to the right consistency. I probably haven't used papaya since the fall. But if you haven't used a chalk color for a while, just open them up, spray them with a little distilled water, and then close it back up, and it will be ready in the right consistency for the next time you go to use it. Especially like these fall colors. I know that I'm not going to use them very often, so it's a great idea just every few weeks to open your paste and put some distilled water in there and stir it up. All right, so I'm just going to do chalk and peel because that papaya is a little thick. And chalk and peel is just where you chalk some, and then you do just what it says. You peel up the transfer so you release that chalk. Because there's a silkscreen mesh, and if I keep going, by the time I get to the bottom, that's gonna be dried in my silkscreen mesh, and I don't want that to happen. And then you just wanna make sure you secure everything. So let's see. So I'm gonna do open 24 hours and then my tools, my rules in espresso. So these are the colors it comes with, but you can absolutely do this with any colors that you might already have. All right, so then I'm just gonna continue with my papaya. But let me know how you guys are doing today. You guys do anything fun? Did anyone craft? I was going through all my transfers today, trying to look for one for somebody. And I know I had the transfer, but I don't know what I did with it. I'm sort of thinking maybe I gave it away. All right, so I'm going to squeegee all of this off and then do chalk and pull again. All right, I'm just gonna keep pulling as I go. just gotta do this last little bit. But when you hop on, say hello so I know that you are there. If you can share this video, please share. For some reason, when I go live lately, I'm not sure if people are getting the notifications. The views for the live has really gone down, and I'm not sure why. If they can't find us or what, I'm not sure. But by you commenting, you sharing, it will definitely help others find us. So just gonna finish this off. Squeegee all this extra off. And then we are totally done with this, so we can just pull it all off. Let me know in the comments who is a club member, a DIY club member. It's an exclusive club. You get a transfer, a surface, chalk or ink every month, and it ships to you for free. And it's exclusive, so you can't just go on the website and buy it. You have to be a club member. And if you're a perks member, you will also get 30% off your monthly club. You guys, sorry, my husband is mowing the lawn and he's right there. So welcome workshop. We're gonna let this dry and then we're gonna make it look a little rusty. I'm gonna show you one way to make it look rusty. So I'm just gonna stick it up there. And now we are gonna use this transfer and we are gonna use this tray. This slides in the tray, and this is one that we got at the Amazon bin store like over a year ago. It had an Easter transfer on here and I took it off. This is just plexiglass. So when you use plexiglass, glass, metal, you can reuse the surface as well as with a chalkboard. And this is gonna slide in there. So we're gonna use this transfer and we are gonna fuzz it. When you use glass, plexiglass, metal, anything like that, you want to fuzz really, really good because it's gonna cling to it like super hard. And you wanna make sure you fuzz this, and this is just dulling the stick so it's easier to pull off and it doesn't ruin your transfer. So we are gonna fuzz this quite a few times. Normally you would just fuzz it maybe 3 or 4 times. But for this kind of surface, we're gonna do more. And we're gonna use this transfer 3 times because we're gonna use it on here twice, and then we're gonna use it on a glass, sort of like a vase almost. But this is one of the new transfers. It's called the Seashore. And if you type shell into the comments, you'll get the supply list that will have this transfer. It will also have Etsy link, all that stuff, the club link. And we are just gonna use bright white for this. And I know I'm doing this a lot, but I don't wanna ruin my transfer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this side by side on here. And I'm just gonna center it the best I can. I'm gonna put it all the way to the end. You guys can see, like, it is clinging like crazy to this. But I'm gonna put it all the way to the end. There we go. And then I'm just gonna push it down. All right, and I'm gonna use bright white for this. And I'm just gonna cover the whole thing with the chalk. So our chalk is actual chalk in a paste form. It's semi-permanent, which means on surfaces like this, that's plexiglass, you can wash it off and reuse the surface. Chalkboards, glass, some metals. If it's not painted metal, if it's painted metal, it's going to be permanent. But it is permanent on anything that is porous. So like wood, it is definitely going to be permanent because the wood soaks up the chalk and you can't take it off. So you can seal any kind of like wood projects that you want, especially if you put them outside. All right, we're gonna pull this up. You guys can see how hard that was to pull off, even though I fuzzed it a million times. But we are gonna dry this. We're gonna dry this, and then we're gonna do the other side. And then we do have one more project we're gonna incorporate with this. So I'm just making sure it's dry so I don't accidentally, if I touch it, I don't accidentally smear it. And because it is chalk on its own, it dries within 4 to 5 minutes. But I'm just gonna speed it up with my hair dryer. You guys, we have a customer program where you can save 30% on all of your DIY supplies all the time. There is a monthly fee of $20, but you pay that fee every month, but then in return you get $20 of free product credit. So it like wipes it out, and it's basically a free program. Once you get your $20 free product credit, you can use that on anything that's on my website. Or this month, if you want to become a designer like myself, you can sign up for 50% off. And so that is an amazing deal this month. And then you always get 40% off everything. Hi Jane, how are you today? Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, you guys, I'm going to now put this on here again. And I'm not washing it in between. I think it will be just fine. You guys can see, it is like really sticking here. So I'm just gonna put it like right up to that one. That is a little crooked. All right, I'm gonna use this backer sheet. That is gonna help me stick this down. There we go. Without this part sticking on me. You guys, it is sticking so good. That is what you want. All right, I'm just gonna make sure I get out all my air bubbles. Hopefully it's not too dry and the paste will go through. Now my paste already is dry on top of here. So we're gonna see if my paste goes through. You can absolutely wash the transfer in between. Noni, I'm jealous. I wish I was still in my PJs. All right, so we're just chalking the whole thing all over again. And I'm pushing sort of hard because that chalk is dry and I want to make sure that it goes through. We're gonna see. and we might have to wash it before we do our next project. So I'm just gonna pull this straight up. Oh, it went through pretty good. I'm gonna put it in my water. Went over the edge right there. All right, I'm gonna put it in my water so we can wash it. But here is our piece. And we're gonna let that dry. We are gonna wash this really fast because we are gonna do another project with this. And then we're gonna style that tray. I have some shells and stuff, but I'm just using a board eraser and just plain water, no soap, no chemicals, nothing like that. And I'm just getting the chalk off the front and the back. My other squeegees are in here, so it's getting the papaya on here. All right. Normally I just take it to my sink. I wet both sides, lay it in my sink, wipe it off just like this. And then if you're not going to use it again right away, you can leave it sticky side up to dry. You can dry it on low with a hair dryer, stick the backer sheet back on. But you definitely want to make sure it is dry before you stick the backer sheet on it. All right. You love anything beach themed? Well, there are so many amazing designs. All right, so I'm gonna use this again right away, so I wanna make sure it is dry. So I'm just gonna wipe the front and the back. If it's wet at all, the silkscreen mesh is wet, it will bleed, make your project bleed. So you wanna make sure it is nice and dry. Hi, Shanna, yes it is. It is called the Seashore. And we're gonna fuzz this because now we're gonna use it again. We just used it and then we're gonna use it again, so I will show everyone what we have done. But we're gonna use this jar, this sort of vase, and we're gonna put some stuff on the front of this. So I'm just gonna put this down. Oh my goodness. Gonna put this down. And because these are paper thin, they mold to whatever your surface is. That's pretty cool. So we're just gonna put this bottom section on here. So I'm gonna use the same bright white. And I love that you can use all of a transfer, bits and pieces of a transfer, mix and match. I cannot draw, I do not have good handwriting. So these transfers for me are amazing. There's so many options. There's a little bit of something for everyone. And if you hopped on and you missed the beginning, go back and watch the replay because I showed you some of the new transfers that I got. I did not get all of them, but I did get some of them. All right, so I'm just squeegeeing off all the extra. And now I'm just gonna pull this off. So pretty. Okay, So I just washed this. I'm not gonna do it again. If you missed me washing it, you can go back and watch the replay and fast forward to this part. But I'm gonna stick that down there. I'm gonna stick that in there. So because this is glass and I went off the edge right there, you guys look, I can just go like this. Because it's glass, it will just come right off. So we put all of that on there. Look at how cool that looks. All right, so we are now gonna style everything. So we're gonna let this dry and we're gonna move back to this one. So we used the whole transfer 2 times on here, and I need to make sure this is completely dry. So this is a tray that we got at the Amazon bin store well over a year ago, but you can find this on Amazon. It might even be in my Amazon store. So if you type shell and then you go to my all links and you go to Amazon, you'll be able to, I think this should be on there. All right, so I have this bag of goodies here. These came from the dollar store. I just got these the other day, just like that. But we're gonna take this netting. I already have this, so I'm not sure. I think the dollar store probably still has this, but we are just gonna put, there's some shells already hooked onto this, but we're gonna stick this in here. We're gonna put this in here. But if you have, you can really do this, be creative, do this with something that you might already have. You might have a tray that you could already use. It might not have the cover like this one does. All right, so we're gonna take some of these. These came, like I said, from the dollar store. And we're just gonna sprinkle them in here. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and use both of these. So if you have a beach house or you live in a coastal area or you just love this in general, then you are gonna love these transfers. All right, so then I'm just gonna slide this in. So you definitely, if you have anything like this, you need to make sure, okay, that one might, oh, it does fit. So this just slides in there just like that. And then you have this beautiful decor piece. Look at that, I love it. Let me know what you think. Sorry, you guys, because of the light and my ring light, you can see all the lights in there. But look at how pretty that is. I love it. You bought the same bag of shells. Awesome. All right, so there is that one. So this one, I'm not sure if it's completely dry, but I have this rope. This is from the dollar store. So we are just gonna tie this on here, try to make it look a little more coastal. And then we are gonna take some more of this netting that came from the dollar store. Some of this I already had. We did, I'm trying to remember, we had some kind of party, and I'm thinking it's for my oldest, and we used this kind of stuff. And so I already had this bag of stuff, so we are just gonna actually put a little bit more in there. Some more of this netting, and then we're just gonna dump all these shells. I don't know these shells, where they came from. I already had them. I'm not sure if I got them. I might have got them at Michael's. But if you have shells that you have collected, when we went to Charleston, we got some shells, and I should have went and got those out of my closet to put those in here. I did get some sand, but then I was like, I think that's gonna be too messy. I got bags of sand at the Dollar Tree as well. But then when I was cleaning my garage the other day, I found this bag of goodies. All right. So this is just a cute decor piece. I love how it turned out. I love how big those shells are. So there is this one, and then there is this. And make sure you type the word shell in the comments if you want today's supply list. All right, we are gonna go back to our other project, our welcome. It's our monthly club. It is pretty dry. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how you can make it rusty looking if you want to. You have shells from the beach, so do I, and I totally forgot. I could have went and got them. But I'm just gonna, use some Mod Podge and a paintbrush and some cinnamon. And this is just gonna be an easy way. You guys, cinnamon and I do not get along. It makes me itch. So hopefully I will be okay. All right, so I'm just gonna take my paintbrush and some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to put some like in random spots. Around the frame. All right, and then I'm just gonna take my cinnamon. I have one that I got at Walmart, and I just keep it in my craft room so nobody accidentally takes it if it because it could have some Mod Podge. Sometimes I dump this back in here, and so I don't want them to accidentally use it for actual food. And then what you could do, what I usually do to seal this in is I spray this with a spray sealer. So I usually spray this with a spray sealer. What I'm gonna do really quick though is I'm actually gonna hold this over my garbage can, and I'm gonna hit the hair dryer on it so it will get off all the extra. And then I take, so this is how you can make it look a little rusty. And then if you have anywhere it's not supposed to be, you could just take a dry brush once this is all dry and just wipe off any extra that's over top of it. So what you could do is you could go back over this with some more Mod Podge to seal that in, or you can just spray seal it, and that's usually what I do. However, I want to leave this on here for a little bit, and then maybe next week I want to see if we're going to be able to reuse this surface, since it's like a plastic metallic sign. I'm pretty confident that I will be able to take this off and reuse this sign. So I'm not going to seal it. But it also has holes. You can put some jute in there, hang it up, or some... I'll put some jute in there, but you could also use wire if you wanted to. All right, let me move this because I do not want to itch. Okay, so So let's put a little bit of jute in there. Type the word shell in the comments. If you go to Etsy, there will be extras, not of the metallic sign, but the same size sign in MDF if you want to order more of these signs to make more. There is also the tool sign that we made, and I'm gonna grab that so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna show you, I showed it at the beginning, but I'm gonna show you guys again the monthly craft kit that is on Etsy that you can get. And if you type info into the comments, you're gonna get a 15% off coupon. So there is that. And this is our monthly craft kit that is on Etsy right now. I painted it, it comes raw, so you can paint it however you want. You cannot use your 15% off coupon on the monthly craft club, but you can use it on anything else on my husband's Etsy shop. And I did use a transfer on the background. You can see it's a very light pattern. I did it sort of the same color just so the flower wouldn't get lost. If I did like a bright color background, I was afraid my flower would get lost. You do not have to put a pattern on there, but I did use the everyday pattern, and that is in Last Chance on my DIY website, and that is just a very light, almost polka dotty kind of pattern. But you'll get all three of these signs. It will also come with a little hanger for the back, but you can also add some little kickstands or like other little, slipping my mind what you call them, but little stands where these can all stand up, like little easels almost. So you'll get all three of these, and you can paint them any way you want. I just chose these colors. So that is on there. And then we used this right here. So this is the same. We used part of this transfer, the same transfer for this. So this cutout is also in Etsy. I am so sorry everything is backwards, but we just used the workshop part on here on this sign. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me. I'm happy to answer them. Make sure you put info into the comments. So if you do go to Etsy for anything else like this, you could get 15% off this one, just not the monthly craft kit. If you add it all into your cart, it will take 15% off everything but this, okay? But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. I think these projects turned out adorable. I absolutely love them. If you've got a coastal vibe going on, go check out all these transfers. They're pretty amazing. And you can go back at the beginning and watch and see the transfers that I got, that I showed. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. So stay safe and well, and have a great evening. Bye.